Welcome everybody to the Tru Mon Show, YouTubers from around the world. Janik, your host. I'm back with Mr. Jabo. How are you, Jabo?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, perfect. Today we're gonna Babylon. We are leaving. This is the title we decided, and we're gonna explain a bit what it is to move out of Babylon, to leave Babylon, because a lot of people say we're leaving Babylon, but not totally. And there's way that you can leave Babylon mentally and physically. There's things you can do physically to get rid of the money, to grow your own food, to really that's the physical part I'm talking about, but there's also mentally. Mentally, we're pretty much out of Babylon. I can confirm, but physically, yeah, there's physical stuff that I relate in life that yeah, I have to move out of this. I have to let go for sure. Like it's the first thing is the money, is the whole thing about the money and everything that surrounds the monetary system and the enslavement of humanity. So, Jabo, maybe you can share with us what is your idea of leaving Babylon?
Yeah, uh, personally, I cannot say that not in the mind and not physically. I'm halfway out of Babylon. That is what I can say for myself, because uh, we are all so fucked up in that system, compromised by the lies of this lying world. So I think we have to be very honest with the capacity of ourselves, and not to also to, like, even if we see that we are maybe further away from the lies than others, we can't say that we are really out, because I'm stuck in the system as everyone else until I really relieve everything from it. So even if someone is working on a bank and I still use the privilege from the system, even a little part, I'm the same involved in the same mess. So that is very important to see that we don't start to, yeah, there's no competition in going out of Babylon, right? So that is the first thing that we really have to recognize.
But
Second,
this is one thing. There's no competition in anything. I just hope we all make it. You know that's the thing here. We have nothing to sell, nothing to propagate. We just hope we all make it, and that's why it bring us to share all this with you guys
mm,
on YouTube, because we want our brothers and sisters to wake up to the same and see the world the way we see it and for what it is, the real way. So
yeah,
not the
but
fake way, not the fake world, not live in a fake world.
that's it. And in the whole quest to first, of course, we have to comprehend what the whole system is all about. That it starts with ABC, 1 2 3 symbols, names, and all that stuff, and to release that already out of our mind, or at least to recognize the different stuff. Secondly, to recognize our own involvement in the whole shit without starting to judge ourselves and just say, oh yeah, I'm so deep compromised in it, just I have no choice to go out. Yes, we always have the choice to go out, and that is the very important point, that we have to take the choice to really want to know what the system is and how we can go out. Now, many people are searching for solutions, and the solution is just accepting the problem and make the best out of the problem. And as we already discussed in previous discussion, this is not the way to go. We have to start recognize the problem first, and as soon as we recognize the source of the problem, we don't have the problem anymore, because we comprehend what is going wrong, and then we don't have to repeat the same problems again. So in the whole thing, it is the remedy that we need to get. And as I say before, I'm not the halfway there. That's why everything what I'm going to say about going out of Babylon is purely theory, right? I cannot say that this is what I'm doing. I'm doing it. I don't use the name. I slowly stop to use all privilege of the system. This is how the part I'm going to do, but we need to do baby steps, and we need to comprehend all the baby steps. So all the basic of going out of the system is based on Christian, Arthur, and Fiona from Australia. It calls kingdom work, not kingdom, but kingdom. and it is love for life, and do no harm. And they fix themselves really like to. I was watching to everyone. I was watching when in 2013, 2013, I was listening to everyone, Bonacci, Maxwell, all that different stuff, all the different, also like recently all the flat earth movement and so on, where there was a big, huge deconstruction of all the place we are living. That was a good questioning, but this is not the end. And in the same, and today now spending stuff your energy in the flat earth and try to debunk the flat the ball earth to prove that it is not, it is silly, because no one can ever see any curve anywhere. And for me, the subject stops there, because
exactly, Jabba. If you know, I would be willing, just like you, to debate it with anybody, but there's no debate. There's no debate. There's no curve. Show me a curve, and we'll have a debate. But there's no curve. Where's the debate? Where's the ball? There's no ball. So the whole thing is ludicrous. It's insane. It just to think that, I don't know. People seem to like to think they live on a ball. I don't know.
Yeah, but the worst of all, it is that today a lot of people spend their whole life energy to tell people that the earth is flat, but they never saw the earth in whole as flat, as we never saw it as a ball. So it is definitely not a ball, and let's go forward, right? So there is no remedy in the flat earth movement. How they will stop the war, how they will stop the destruction, how they will stop slavery and all other harm. And that is the same in all different movements that we have, like in the truth movement, and they don't propose no remedy whatsoever. They say this is the solution, or this is the solution, or this is the solution, but the solution is already accepting the problem. So at first we have to think about what we really want to get out of it, right? We want to have a life, to live together, and be how we are really are naturally. That means we are good to each other.
And I think it's very, very important to overstand things, not understand things. You know, overstand the whole system and try to really move out of it. And you know, but you have to overstand the whole thing first.
That is for sure. Because how we can walk away from something that we don't know what it is, right? It can't work. So first of all, of course, we have to comprehend what the whole system is. Now, to really get to remedy that, and there is an instant remedy. People forget that, or don't even want to hear it, that there is an instant remedy to all war, all slavery, all harm that is going on in the world right now. And that is taking full responsibility, right? And nobody want to hear that, because it isn't deserved on a gold plate. So that the whole thing, it is the first question of want to go out of the system is to know what the system is. Secondly, to accept that this is not where we have to go, and this is not what life is all about. So to really comprehend the thing, let's go into the deep stuff that we really have to do, or what we need to live, right? So start again, like I do with a lot of lies. I don't start to expose the lies, but I start with the truth. So all the 1,000 lies can just fuck off, you know? So we're going to do the same. So what is primary that we can live on Earth? It is water, air, food, roof over the head, and no harm. Many people are going to say, yeah, love. We need love, right? We need love. Yeah, but love harms. So first we have to comprehend what love really is about. And full love, real love, is full absence of harm. There is no harm around, and then we have the full love. So I don't say that we need love, but we need absence of harm, totally absence of harm. No bad thought, no bad feeling, no bad word, no bad action.
So it resumes a bit what Peter Tosh used to say: love, wisdom, and understanding is the only solution.
Yeah. Again, with the understanding, over or understanding, again, it is like if we overstand, then we then we put us over someone or something. That's again not, I use that word a lot because I refuse the understanding. That's why I went to the overstanding, but I saw also that the overstanding is that you put yourself upon someone else. So the comprehension is that we fully acknowledge the facts of the truth. That is what comprehension is really about.
Yeah, but when it comes to using the word, they're all almost all. It's all a programming system, the grammar, like we've been exposing. So it's like just using the words now. You just using the word spiritual. I hesitate before I use it, like I told you. But now it's for sure. There's many words like overstand, understand. We should have a middle word, but hey, listen, I haven't made the grammar. They did it.
Yeah, but it's all in the intention, right? But because like we can say to a dog, oh, you're a fucking ugly dog, and the dog is all happy, right? And we can say, you bastard, lovely dog, right? And he is like, oh, yeah. So it is all in the intention what we give into it, and that is the same. Yeah, also like the comments we have on the different videos were very funny. With comment, you already get the full projection what they did and the full bad intention they have. Oh, no, we have very few bad comments, I have to say. A lot of people are really lovely, and they're really they don't just accept it, but they listen to it and go back and make their research. And thank you for everyone to do that, because we expose the things we was researching for a long time. But we expose the truth. We just relieve the truth. And thank you for the people that they really appreciate, like that, that the things are getting said one time. You know, it is not that, like we said, we have nothing to sell. We do that really for the love of life, right?
Yeah.
This is why we do it, because we love life and we love our brothers and sisters, if they even are fully compromised and full living in a lie.
Yeah,
and
but
this is
I think there's a little difference between me, you, and I don't know, maybe the rest of the population or something. But I don't mean me, you, and the rest of the world. But there's others like me and you. But I think we're giving thanks for life. But everybody can give thanks for life. But at what level? Like, I don't take it light. When I say give thanks for life, it brings me on YouTube and speak my mind and tell the world the truth. That, to me, give thanks for life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is to be grateful for everything that is living and rejecting everything that is dead. That is giving thanks to life.
I decided, you know, at one point I decided to say yes to my life, and that's the whole thing that brought me here.
Mm-hmm. Or even to say, yeah, life is where we have to go. We are learned so much to live in a dead world, by dead material, by dead thoughts, intellectual, and all this kind of stuff that we just adopted or copy, parroting. And this stuff is dead. Therefore, we are not the living being that we are. Then we are like the dead corp person, function within the system, and this have nothing to do with life whatsoever. But the way we are so conditioned in that we don't even think that anything else could be possible, right? We didn't put that in The Biggest Lie, but this could also be like The Biggest Lie, that we have no choice, right? We are in that status quo.
Yeah.
And we can't do nothing, but everything is based on free choice. So the consequences are so much proposed and so much diabolized, you know, like the devilized. So if you start to think for yourself and stuff, the people just turn to you. What are you doing? You know, like, what the hell, you know? So that's it.
Like I told you yesterday, once you get in touch with reality, to the others, you look like the one out of touch with reality. And this is fucking crazy, because I see it every day. Every day I go tell people that the Orlando shooting is staged and that's false flag. It never happened. And do your research and 9/11 and they I don't know. They seem to be comfortable in that illusion, but that's what happened. Also, they made it so comfortable. The illusion, so much comfort with everything that's material, that people are not even aware of what's going on.
Yeah, that is
We
again.
have a lot of work
This
to
is
do.
fully free choice.
We have a
This is.
we have a lot of work to do, but little by little, I think we can do it.
Yeah, but this is again. It's like to take away the thought. No choice, right? This is of course a huge lie. Now to get out of the system, get out of Babylon, like you said before, it is a mental part and it is a physical part. We was talking a lot about the mental part, um, but not enough to really comprehend how we can get out the system. Because the most of people who want to get out, they jump on permaculture, they jump on I don't know what new cage bullshit, the esoteric stuff for any group or any organization and anything like that. Just to say that to go out of the system, there is no organization there. Yeah, you are on your own, but you are with life, right? Not many make this choice of really going out of the system and to be life fully again. Even if we comprehend it, if we don't fully comprehend it, if the wish is fully there, then we will do anything to comprehend what we have to achieve to go out, right? Because now we have to deconstruct and decode the whole bullshit to really get to zero, right? Once we are on zero again, we can start to create. But before we are not like on a kind of zero, we will always make the different interpretation of how we can go out of the system. And again, many good people are out there who take who make permaculture, who make communities to grow the different kind of food and stuff. I will just explain why permaculture, biodynamics and all this stuff is still the system and is not out of the system. It goes like that. People in the before the people was growing food, they knew how to grow food. Yeah. So now people are coming and they tell to people, what you are doing is permaculture, and they say that, yeah, oh yeah, I'm doing, yeah, but you're doing permaculture already since years, you know. So it is not that way. The way it is, the people are fully comprehend how to work the garden, and then some guys came and hijack this way of gardening and call it permaculture. This is the way the things are going. That's why if you believe in permaculture, biodynamics, or all other different terms, then you're again caught up in the system. This is not being free, but it's like to believe in permaculture is not different than believe in Christianity or Satanism. This is the fact of the matter, that if we believe in something that we perform in a certain way or in a certain instruction given by someone else, we are not free, right? We are still under instruction of different dogmas or illusions or different kind of stuff. This is a very important point.
But if we talk about leaving Babylon, leaving Babylon, it's good, but I have to eat. Okay, if we go down to the bottom of the thing, I have to eat to survive. So I need a land to grow food. But in this world, is there still land available somewhere without paying taxes, without paying anything to them? Like, to be really moving out of Babylon for me would be to have my own piece of land where I don't have to pay taxes on it,
No,
and
but
I can grow my food. But is this
no,
available?
this is wrong. You know, this is where you think that you are already out of the system, but you're still caught by the idea that you need to have a property of land to do that, right?
But that's
That
what
is
comes to my mind. I'm like, okay,
no,
the land.
yeah, but that is again, it is the illusion many people have, that they think that we have to own land, that we can go out of the system. But if we own, we get owned. We are already owned by the system. So it is not about to have his property to get free out of Babylon, because Babylon don't own property. They don't own land, right? So to go out of the system, we have to get out of property. We have to get out of possession. We have to get out of this thing. This is going out of Babylon. And we don't need more land somewhere else, because we have already enough land, but we don't know anymore how to live together. Now you was mentioning the heat, right? The heat, but I fully accept that my ancestors, they went into territories, hostile territories, where they had to leave when the cold arrived. But they didn't, because they was already in division, they was already in the trauma of property. So they had to make their property somewhere else, have to build houses, have to destroy the forest, have to kill all that stuff to be alive, right? But how we can say that we are alive when we kill life around us? So I'm living in Switzerland. It's like fucking freezing cold in the winter. So I know what you're talking about, right? I was in Montreal too, in the middle of the winter there, but it was fucking freezing, you know? So I know what you mean. But I think we are on the wrong territories. That is one thing that I think it is definitely a problem. When Babylon divided all the people, that they had to split up, they have to go more north and more south, where the land is hostile to them. So they had to construct huge buildings, walls, and so on. So this is already part of the Babylonian illusion to be in the territories where we are. Now, if we are in warmer weather, we don't need heat anymore, right? Well, then
if you're near the equator, if you're where you should be, because I believe we're creatures that should live around the tropics. We should live in where there's sun all year long.
Yeah, for myself, it is more like 20-25 degrees Celsius for growing food. That is what my idea is here. I just can't grow organic food in the winter time if I don't have a hot house, if I don't have this kind of stuff. It don't, you know. And if you're eating raw food, where are you gonna get the raw food from? You know, so this is all the different stuff that we have to deconstruct and think about. Like just put it on the table and say, yeah, fuck, we are on the wrong place. That is not a problem, because it don't have to become an excuse, right? It don't have to become an excuse that we can do everything possible where we are right now, right here, to get already mentally fully away from the system, and also physically. I have some time, so I will set up my garden now that I finally found a house. So a little house, but I still can make a little greenhouse, and I will make as much food as I can on the little place I have. So I will not stop to wait until I can leave this country and go into warmer place. That is not an excuse, and it's not an option for me. I would also be ready to do it here, but I just don't see. I don't see the purpose of killing trees to heat. You know, I don't see it. That is my main thing. So, of course, Arthur is also talking about that heat in itself is a trauma in itself, and I fully agree, because someone can just stand in the t-shirt like on minus 20 degrees outside, and the other guy have like 5 jackets around him. So it is definitely also like a kind of what kind of food we eat, what kind of if we sleep enough, if we are healthy enough, all the kind of parameters does that we have, like that we can cope with cold or warm better than when we are like weak, right? That is everyone knows that. So it is definitely also that it is not just to leave the territory where we are because it's too cold. It's also to recognize that we can adapt to territories who are more hostile to us. I see it myself. It is also, we want to travel all the time. We want to be there, we want to be there, we want to be there, we want to be there. But if you are staying on the same place, your body gets very adapted to the cold or the hot that you are.
Oh yeah, very fast. Your body adapts very fast. So.
Yeah, so it is not just to wait until we can move country or place. It is definitely have to start on the place where we are right here and right now. That is not an option in that way. But in the longer term, in long term and far away, I think it is definitely more more inspiring for life to be more in warmer territories.
But there's also advantages. There's advantages to living up north, because me in the winter I can stack stuff outside. It will stay cold all winter. I don't need a fridge. I don't need a freezer. I just put it outside. So to preserve the food is very easy. I just gotta put it outside. It's gonna freeze.
Yeah, that is but that you can't do that with fresh food, right? So with the living food,
I know, but still,
yeah,
you can build like a house or isolate it a bit to have the temperature you need. You can make a cold room outside. Like there's way around for sure.
Yeah, of course.
But like what I mean is, I have a big, huge fridge in the winter, so that solves a lot of problems.
Yeah. I will just check my notes. Yeah, free energy, right? A lot of people.
But Jabba, I would like to go back on the land thing. Like, how do I do that if I want to, like, because I didn't understood fully your whole thing. I would like you to go a bit deeper on how to get a land and how to like how to make it happen.
Well, it is first we have to get out of all conditioning, right? They put borders in place where we need passport to cross, right? Okay. Who made that? This is already a part of the illusion, right? So they own the land, but they don't own the land.
Okay.
So this is the illusion, and this is because we get so trained into thinking that we can own the land that we think we need land to live somewhere. I fully comprehend what you're saying, but the issue, in a way, it is not an issue anymore as soon as we comprehend fully the system and what life is really about and how illegal they are operating. Now, they are different. They are different.
I understand that they are operating illegally, but they have an army behind them. And if I take their land, they're going to come with an army or someone to kick me out of the land. So where am I going? That's
okay. I think to comprehend, like I say, everything is a theory. I'm not on free land, and I don't have this one. But the thing is that if we are enough, that means if the community immunity, I will talk about the community immunity, because this is one of the basic part to keep the community straight. Yeah. And for this, everyone in the community need to be fully free of brainwash, right? Because you have 10 people in a place, one guy is coming and he mess up the thing. If the people have a doubt, they will all mess up. This is what is going on, but only because they have a doubt. If the community have doubt, they will split up straight up. This is what is going on with all communities, right? Because they always want to get out of the system, but finally they always take stuff with them into the system. So into the community, from the system, thoughts, right? Ego, emotion, and all this kind of stuff that will split up the community right there. Yeah. And that's why we need to build a community immunity. And no one could harm this community if it is not from the inside.
Yeah, I believe
this is how they operate all the time. This is the Jesuit part of infiltration, right? You have any way of a community that works very well, very harmonious, very cool, but they will get infiltrated. And because people have doubts in there, the people who manipulate, they will always catch the people who have doubt, and they will create a whole bunch of confusion to split up the whole community. So,
I really think it could work, but as community, if we do it together, like if we come together and we really make it work.
But it's not only community.
Come together like in this first. No?
It is not only community, but it's community immunity. Yeah. This is what the community today don't have anymore. They split up the tribes. They want to create the family. And now they have the family, they split up the family, so they have the individual who is very easy to manipulate. This is what they operate, and that is how Jesuit and the whole Vatican and all the big manipulators are operating. It is infiltrating, manipulating, and disturbing all what is going on.
Yeah.
Now, for the land, if we are enough people, and we also have to comprehend the harm and the curse, right? If someone create the harm, it is a curse someone have to process. I repeat many things. I repeat a lot of time because truth is very simple. I just have to say all the time the same time, and everything comes on the same shit, right? It is like responsibility. It is being aware of what is going on, and that is always the same repetition. So as soon as someone created that curse, someone has to process it. And because we have doubts in our mind who we are, we take the curse and we process the curse, right? So as soon as the community immunity is fully aware of how harm and curse is going, no one can harm this community. They only can harm when they are able to create doubt. Without doubt, you can't create confusion and manipulation. Someone who knows who he is, you can't manipulate. It's impossible, because the guy will always protect you, like, because he know what it is from him, and something that is coming from outside, and that is coming from third party, right? So if you have someone up in front of you, and he start to talk about, I don't know, vote, mass shooting, or all that different stuff, so you already have the third party in the room, right? You are not man to man, but you already have the media, the politics, the government, and all the shit in the room. And that is how the people are bringing all the time the system again back, and going back to rely on the system. And that is the full dump down conditioning we all get through. We all was there, no problem. That we have to admit that we are fully compromised and fully fucked up in the mind. You know, it is simple as that. And as soon as we recognize that, we getting humble, right? Oh shit, I fucked up again. But what you don't have to feel guilty about, because you recognize it. And as soon as you recognize and you take responsibility about your past, you're not responsible for your doing in the past, because we can't return in the past and fix the stuff, right? So this is all that this goes all in the same thing. And that's why free energy, because most of the people who want to go out of the system, they still want their radio, their music, their hair dryer, and all that stuff, right? So we need to get free energy. But free energy is not free of harm. And even if you achieve to make energy, we call about electricity, right? Everyone wants his electricity. Even when you get your electricity, what you gonna plug? And if the thing you're gonna plug, it is destroyed, you have to go back to the supermarket. If a cable of your free energy device don't work, where you have to go? In the supermarket. And everything. So free energy, again, is all in the mind. We don't need, because we need water, air, food, a roof, and no harm. This is the primary basic thing that we all need. We can't live without that, right? But everything else, everything that is more than that, requires a system, support war, slavery, destruction, and more harm. This is the pure fact of everything, that anytime we go back to the system, and for me, going out of the system to return is no option whatsoever. So I know the baby steps I have to do for myself to get really out, and I'm not the halfway there. But I know what have to be done, and I'm fully committed to this cause, to bring myself out, and the ones who want to come with me. Again, for my children, I don't know if they're going to make this choice or not. It is fully for them to make the free choice, and I will let them to make the free choice. But I will move out. I know it, as much time it takes, but I will go out. In this lifetime, I go out of the system to never return back again. And this is how I will do everything for that, because this is the only way where I can stay alive. Even if this body die, the man is still alive. And if the body die and the man is still alive, we are just coming back because we are pure life. We
So
come
we're
back
coming
straight up.
back.
Not we. Because if we think that we are, I come back, then I'm in the ego, and then I'm in the dead. I'm life. Man is the life, right? Man
Okay,
is
yeah, I get
inside
it.
of what creates the body. But when this body die, life stays life, like the tree.
Yeah.
There is no difference from the life within man than the life within tree or a plant, right? But we think we are kind of superior, or worse, people say we are just so bullshit, or we are just superior or bullshit, right? But we are not what we are. And as soon as we recognize that we are part of life, but we destroyed life, we destroy the body, we destroy the mind, and so we get dead. If we are dead, we are not alive anymore. So as soon as we really clean out all the bullshit of our head, we really getting all the toxin from the body, and we're really moving out of Babylon to never return back again, then we are alive again,
Yeah.
fully alive.
Yeah, dead. Most of the people are dead. Most of the people I see every day, they're walking dead. Some more dead than others. Like some die at 25 and get buried at 75. But me, let the dead bury the dead. I give thanks for life. I'm alive and I gonna shine.
Yeah, it is, of course. The real dead is the mental suicide that people are doing. As soon as we give up to third party, in the indirect information, if we have all that stuff in our head, if we give up to intellect, and if we don't think for ourselves, we are already suicide ourselves. This is the bad news for the ones who don't wake up and don't want to wake up. But the really, you can check out for yourself the five things people saying before they're dying, you know. Regrets, the 5 regrets before the people are dying. It's very
But
interesting. Yeah.
for sure, if you haven't lived your life, you're gonna have many ghosts around your bed, around your deathbed when you go. Like all the ghosts of your ideas, your dreams, and all your aspiration will be around you and will be telling you like, "I've came to you, and you never took the call, so you're gonna die." So me,
Well, yeah,
very important
you're
to
gonna stay in hell.
yeah.
That is what people don't comprehend. As I mean, if the people are talking about spiritism, right? We was talking about spirituality, but there is no difference between spiritism and spirituality. He's talking to the dead, right? And as soon as we start to believe in spirituality or believe in anything, we start to talk with the dead, because the dead are in the past and we are holding on to the past. So we are like the living dead. We become the living dead because we get influenced by all the spirits in the spirituality. So we get fucked up very early and in different forms. Everyone, it is like, and there is no competition in getting fucked up, neither in trauma or getting out, That is what people don't get. That they can tell me that I'm fucked up this, I fucked up that, yeah, no problem. I saw my own errors in the past. Can I change the past? No. I can recognize my error that I did in the past, so I will not reproduce them in the future. That's all what I can do. Or in the present.
Only a fool does the same mistake twice. So
Yeah.
you learn from
Well,
your mistake. That's life. You learn from your mistake. There's a lot of things in my life. I don't regret stuff. There's stuff I've done that I like. There's things that I do that I shouldn't do, and there's things that I should do that I don't do. Like, of course, it's always like that. It's always a battle with your own mind, first of all, because you are your own worst enemy. If something blocks you, if someone blocks you, it's you at first, nobody else, because you can decide to take a quantum leap and your mind's gonna expand in no time. But it's important to do your research to find out how to get rid of that Babylon, and how
yeah.
to yeah.
And of course, it is also one of the first step is really to decide that you want to leave and that you want to know what have to be done, right? So
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
just start to see the stuff that it is really not ourselves. And I'm I want to go out of Babylon since ever, since I was even if I refuse to even enter, but I still get caught up in the whole system. So from when I was in the forest with the dog and my bike, you know, it was like that was real life. And as soon as I get into the city, it was like, wow, fucking hell, what is going on? What and why the people are thinking that this is real, right? So we have to step by step comprehend what is going on and step by step recognize what we have to do to get out. And this is, of course, a huge path to do, and a huge decision also for ourselves, because if you really want to go out, think that you will lose everything that you have today.
But
Everything.
it's not that you're gonna lose, you're gonna gain, but also it requires change, and most people have very big problem with changing stuff in
Well,
their life, changing
I
their
was saying,
habit, changing their habit. Most people prefer to die than changing a habit. It's fucking sick.
yeah,
They
but we
prefer
don't
to
have to
die.
yeah, but Yannick, we
So
don't have to focus on the ones who don't
no,
want.
but
We have to
I know,
focus on.
but still, that's what we have to deal with. I live in this world. I'm not going to separate myself from the rest of the masses. I mean, you can only be an immaculate
No,
member of a herd of sheep if you're a sheep
yeah,
yourself.
but
So I'm a sheep myself.
we don't have to separate ourselves from the ones who don't wake up,
No,
because the division is in the ones who believe in stuff that don't exist. The division is there,
but
right?
I
So
still believe we can point it to some people and they will wake up. Some
yeah,
people,
but I'm
you're
just
just
saying,
gonna point it to them and they're gonna wake up. So to seclude the rest of the people because they're low vibration, low minded people and fucking people that have do nothing with their life. I think we should all embrace change and embrace life. But if we're programmed
we
in a
can
way that
change.
we don't even realize what life is all about, at one point you might have a teacher or two coming in your life and tell you what life is all about, and then you're going to wake up. Like there is people like that you're just going to point it. Of course there is people that we can do nothing for them, and I'm conscious of that. I totally agree with you. I don't concentrate on these people, but there is still people watching us probably that are not fully awake to the point that we are, or like I'm not fully awake, I'm awakening. I'm not fully awake. I still have a lot of stuff to do to awake to. But anyway, not everybody's on the same level of awakening. Some people might just being in contact with what we're saying now, and they might happen to land on that video, and they never heard about Babylon. So right there, it's going to be a big
Yeah,
shot.
but what we also forget, it is like that they are way more people and have no clue about the system, right? But they are not in the system. Think about all the simple people in Africa, Asia, and all these
Yeah,
different. They have no issue. It is a minority. It is a minority part of all people in this world who believe on that bullshit. But because they think they are smart and intellectual and so on, that they have like the whole that this is reflecting the people on earth. But this is wrong. This is completely wrong. We have really like a few guys who really mess up the whole stuff, and many who believe in their bullshit, right? But there are many. If the system would stop, that would not change their life, not a little, because they have already their simple life. They are already out of the system. But as long as the system is there, they will always get attracted. They are out of the system, but they just will get attracted. Oh yeah, I'm out of the system, but I just want that little thing. And they get trapped by the system. Because we just get profit out of the little thing, we are already trapped in the whole system, and we are not less responsible than someone who is fully fucked up and just create wars and so on, right? this is also like, we don't have to put ourselves like in a different level of awakening and stuff. It is, we are fucking all in the same boat. Point. You know. So, but we have to also recognize that many will not wake up, and it will get very ugly to get out of the system. People have to comprehend that what will come will be brutal. It will be a lot of blood, a lot of war, a lot of confusion, and so on. And the only thing that we don't have is to give up to fear, stress and fear, because this is where we get caught up in the system straight up again. And this is the most difficult part, is this, that people around us will die. People around us will die. I can tell you that today. And we have to keep our full responsibility that we will not get out, and people who we love will die, right? Because as soon as they get really confronted with all the bullshit they're taking out, and they will start to process the full curse of the system, they will die like flies. The people who won't really go out, they see like funny, yeah, oh yeah, it's so cool to be outside system. No, I can guarantee to everyone that it will be fucking hard, and almost no one will like the answer how to get out of the system. I know that. I didn't like it at all. When I came through the website of Arthur and stuff, I tried 2 years to debunk and find escape of it. Try it yourself. There is no fucking escape of it. This is what is going on, and we really have to get aware that we are not really on a funny place right now, and the things will not get funny whatsoever. So better everyone get his emotions straight, because this is where we get caught up. As soon as we are in emotional states, we lost already. Fear, emotion, ego, all that kind of different programs will just destroy us. Like that.
As far as I'm concerned, I look back in time and I look at today, and it's not getting better; it's getting worse. So yeah, that's why I always say we must wake up as a whole. Come on.
So people want change, but they don't want change themselves, and this is the dangerous part, because more change they asking for, the change will come. And the new world order is just right around the block. I mean, the people are just laughing. Yeah, there's a new world order. Ha ha ha. Yeah, there is a fucking new world order already in place today. There's not something that will come up.
Already in place.
It's already in place. We have one unique money. We have one unique religion, just in different forms, like Christianity, but it's one fucking religion, right? It's organized by the same guys. So we have already all that new world order in place. It will just come bigger, and the people are still in illusion of nationality and flags and all that kind of shit.
This is so deep.
Nobody born with a flag in the ass, right?
Yeah, but the flag illusion is so deep in the mind of the people. Just especially, but they use the professional sports a lot, to emphasize that flag thing, because
of course.
Why do you have the national anthem before every sport event? What is to do with sport? Like it's especially to enforce the nationalism into the mind of the masses, and they all buy into it, and proud to be Canadian, proud to be Canadian. Oh yeah, okay. I had to be born on the land, or I would have drowned. Canada or Switzerland or China, I had to be born somewhere. So
football is the biggest source of racism. Yeah.
Oh yeah, big time. Hockey too. Hockey in Canada, you should see that. They fight on the ice.
Yeah. I know. A friend of mine was playing hockey.
There's blood shed on the ice all the time, and
but the thing is that
are in the crowd fucking cheering for it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, but the football, it is the biggest one, because it is the one who is like you have more followers like all over Earth, you know. Sure. So that's why it is the biggest issue of racism in a way, you know. You have like in each country, or even in a city, you have like two football football team, they will fight each other, you know. So
Yeah.
it's all done for divide, you know, divide and conquer. That is all
Divide
what it
and
is.
conquer. That's
Give the
the
people some games, you know. So that is purely empire. That is empire tool, you know, the games, you know, that they always had that, and they as long as we have empire, there will be such kind of things like games and rulers and all this kind of stuff.
You know, it's not different. The
Um,
times we are today are not different than the Babylon time, you know, when they used to have those gladiators fighting and all that. So it's the same thing.
yeah,
It's different sport.
it's exactly the same thing.
Same
It's
the
no
same.
different whatsoever. Even in football, in the Middle Age was people die during the game.
Yeah, yeah, I
That
know.
was the beginning of football. That was fully people died. It was like more rugby than football at the
Yeah,
time. But anyway, all they have different tools how to divide the people. We know that, and
yeah,
we stick on the subject to go really out of all that. And the different programs are, of course, there are multiple programs to keep you in the status quo of the system. There is the supermarket of the system is wide open, and like you said before, all the privilege and the illusion is so, you are so in a comfort zone, right? Nothing can disturb the comfort zone, but the comfort zone is part of the system, you know. That is what the people don't get. So reality is out of the comfort zone. Truth and reality is just beyond the comfort zone. But everything is done in the system to comfort you, to protect you, to give you security, to give you all that different stuff, but it's all a lie. So if someone want to help you and he lied to you, can you consider that as help? No. So we definitely have to recognize that we are fully responsible of all what we are doing, and we have to fully recognize that the capacity to get out of the system, we have it. That is the base of everything, that everyone have it. There is no need to join a group, a movement, or anything like that. Everyone can do it, and right now, right? Because always waiting, yeah, I will watch that a little bit, or when the time is right, or when I get enough money, or when I have the land, or always space and time, the biggest illusion, and you want to wait for then and to do it. No, we can do it right now and right here, and the instant remedy for all war slavery exists
this is
right now.
you know, the same pattern as moving out of Babylon is the same thing as people not living to their full potential and living their dreams. Is they say, oh, when the kids are grown up, or when I have enough money put together, or when my house is paid, I'll start working on my dream, or this, or when I have enough time, or. But this is all illusion, and we all have the same period of time during the day, and we all have a day, and you know, we all have. So it's a matter of you taking responsibility. It has to do with that. And same thing, speaking truth, take your responsibility, speak the truth.
From the moment I really choose to take full responsibility, I can guarantee you that it is really not a funny thing to do. Like, to going out of the system is not a funny thing to do, and to just think that will be an easy ride, forget that. Really forget that, because people around you will not support you in that way. The people are
Yeah.
caught up in the comfort zone.
But I always had in mind, if you expect life to be hard, it's going to be easy. If you expect it to be easy, it's going to be hard. So expect it hard, and it's going to be easy. That's my saying I have all the time. But I admit
Well, again,
it's
it
not
is
an easy thing. It's not an easy thing for sure, because
no,
you have to let go of all the comfort. You have to
yeah.
it requires change, physical effort that you didn't do before. Like now, you just go to the store and get your food, and you would have to cook it. You would have to, cook, not cook because you can eat raw. But
Yeah, but you have to really take care of all things in your life.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
this is something that scare people, because we are so conditioned to get this and all the privilege from the system. And of course, this is not something that you can do overnight, right? Because you can do it physically, you can do it, but you will not cope it, you will not comprehend it, you will put yourself in huge struggle to do it. So that is also the part of the responsibility, to be aware of the capacity we can do, and not to challenge just or getting confrontation with the whole life around you. That is another part. A lot of people, they just get in full confrontation with all what is around them, because they, before they wake up, they trusted all that bullshit, right? And now
right.
suddenly they are on the other side, and now they just can spite on all the shit that they did before. No, this don't work like that. That is what we have to comprehend. But myself, I lost almost everything in the system, but I gained life, you know? So the things start to get alive again. And I mean, people are going to say, if you're going to out of the system, what you're going to do, you're going to live in a cave. You want to return back to caveman, right? Like, yeah, so they have, but this is also the illusion they put in our head, you know? The caveman,
Yeah, for
this
sure.
is fantasy, is like the dinosaur, you know? Why people would live in a fucking cave, you know? This is silly. This is Hollywood. This is Hollywood movie bullshit. But the people, they knew how to live before, you know? So stop this. And also, like, one thing I also have to say, it is, they propose us two things: evolution or God, right?
Yeah.
Nothing else is possible. So if you don't agree with evolution, you have to believe in God. And if you don't believe in God, you believe in evolution. What is the difference? There is no difference between both, because we cannot return to the Big Bang, right?
Again,
We
believe in
can't.
God. And yesterday you opened very, very much pathways into my brain after the conversation we had together offline. And when I brought you back to that God subject, and you really light up my brain big time. And I felt very different at night. I had different vibration. I felt different. I like suddenly I was almost able to recognize the shadow in what I was. You know, and recognize and see the man,
Yeah,
because
maybe we have to explain to the people
we
what I was talking
we
about
have
yesterday.
to make
So
a special one for that,
yeah,
because it's very, very
yeah,
profound
yeah,
what
yeah.
we've
But
been
but
talking about yesterday.
but just quickly, that
You were
yeah, we
talking
have
about
evolution.
God, so I brought it up.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it's very good. Um, we have God or evolution, and there is nothing else between, right?
And
That is the.
also, look carefully who tells you to believe in God. We're not saying there's no creator or something or whatever. There is, but it's most likely to be man than
It is, yeah,
a big man
yeah.
with a white beard or whatever. Like,
Yeah, let me explain to the people, because
anyway,
you know it already. So,
yeah,
um, the, we just have two options, and these both options are given by the same. All right, this is the church. Or evolution and God is both created by the church, just proposed by difference, right?
exact.
The evolution is proposed by the scientific thing, and God is proposed by the church. So it is, both are created from the same, but because the Jesuit then infiltrated and created science. So they said, so we have to find another option, right? And the other option is man. Man is the creator, but we are not longer man, because man, man, woman, or the man is the man. It's not, there is no, they are not divide. And the man is the life within man or woman. And there is nothing else beside that. We create the children, we destroy the earth. That's the proof that we are the creator. There is
We
nothing else.
exact. We are able to create life, and we are able to destroy life. So, are we not the creator? Maybe we have
To,
forgot how to create mountains, lake, stars, sun, the moon. Maybe we just have forgot.
The moon is a very I don't think moon is part of the whole thing here, but that is a whole
Oh
other
yeah.
story. But
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah, um, um, I think the moon is a false projection of man. Yeah,
You think
this is
so?
yeah. I don't think it's real or whatsoever. But we have to discuss that in a thing because
Oh, that's
it will
profound.
totally
That's profound.
not.
Wow.
um, but to stay on the thing that man, we don't remember who we really are, so we cannot say that we are man now. We have to get fully awake and aware of who we really are to remember how to create the mountains, the lakes, and the sea, the stars, and the sun.
Yeah,
So
because
this, our ancestors remembered, the ones who really remembered who they are. They was the ones who created all that. This is very difficult for people to comprehend, but it is the only real thing, because
uh,
there is nothing else around than man who create life and destroy life. So the only God is man.
yeah, I was always under the impression that that's it. Man awaken is God. Like, but you have to awake. But we are like, even me, I look very awake, but I'm awakening. There's a lot of stuff. The more I learn that I have a lot to learn. So I'm not
Yeah,
awakening. I'm on the right path. I know I'm on the right path. I'm doing things every day. To every week I come on YouTube, I speak my mind, but that's part of my journey. And I'm on a journey here. And I do that for myself at first. I'm on a journey to discover, first of all, who I am, where I am, and where I'm
we
from.
have to question, scrutinize, test, and look for reality of what has been said. We have to do that for every thought we have in our mind, you know. So if we think that something is real, test it, go
Timothy.
out and test it, scrutinize everything that everyone is saying, including all the words we are putting in this show, everything. I hope people are going to do it, because we are not just here to, again, why we would say bullshit like that. What purpose? You
What,
know.
like, what purpose we would have? Like, me, it's just the people that come and comment and say that I should either suicide myself, or there's a guy that said that. I'm like, come on, bro, you serious? What, you think I'm coming on YouTube to deblatterate my stuff? Be just like that? I'm saying stupid. Come on, I'm talking through my hat. Like, come on, I would never do that. Like, I'm for truth. But some people are just not for truth. They don't want to see it. Ma mère a toujours dit la vérité choque.
Yeah, yeah, of course it is very controversial, everything what we are saying in these shows, because it is the whole opposite of what we get, what we learned through our years, you know. Like, I'm more than 40, so over 40 years I get bombarded every day with this fucking bullshit. So of
So
course it will not be just, oh yeah, interesting story, I will change all my mind. No,
no, no,
the
no,
things are not working like that. Yeah,
no.
it is very painful. It is fucking painful to let go. Yeah, because we give trust. We gave trust to someone who told us something, and as soon as someone questioned what this someone was telling to us, and we believe, it's not that we get upset about the guy who tell us this thing. We get upset because we trust someone who we should not, right? Oh, my grandfather was saying that, you know? And
Yeah.
you're like, fucking hell, I don't know your grandfather, but he can be wrong, you know? This is all what is going on. It's not because it is your grandfather, and then I know that you love your grandfather, but your grandfather was manipulated too. So he didn't question what we are questioning here right now. So they never. Same for my parents. I questioned them. All what I'm talking about here, I was questioning and challenging them to know what they say, and they was always saying, "No, this is silly."
No, I did the same. I did the same. I had the
Yeah,
same response, and still to that day, I get the same response.
and because I trusted them, right? I was like, "Oh shit, that is that not true?" Well, then I was like, fucking hell, yeah, this is like I was telling them. And they come, no, yeah, it's interesting, but you can't think like that, you know. And always like, oh, it is interesting what you're saying, and they just get along with the same thing all the time. So after a while, we have to leave the people around us who intoxicate our life, and this
Oh,
is
for
the
sure.
most.
You hang out with flakes, you're gonna become a flake. For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. There's toxic
That's
people out there. There's people toxic. There's toxic people that just want to toxic your existence, or they have no drama in their life and they will start creating drama in your life. For sure, get rid of those people. Everything that doesn't support you, get rid of it. The people, the food, the habits, anything that doesn't support you, do not consume it.
yeah. I want just quickly say something about the energy vampire, because this is what we're just talking about. People who give up,
Yeah.
give up to the system. uh, they become drones and vampire, and all what they will do is suck the life from the ones who are still alive. This is pure energy vampiring, right? If like also on some comments on the video, some was about the dinosaur, right? He was saying, prove that the bones are fake.
Yeah.
No, it is to the one who claimed that the bones are right. He have to prove, not me. You can't prove an inexistence of something. The ones who make the claim, he have to bring all the proof and facts of what he is saying, because belief is not a proof of fact, right? It is like someone come to me and say, I know you killed someone. Yeah, I saw you there, and I say like, yeah, but who died? I will not tell you. Is there a body? No, there is no body. And now you have to prove that you're innocent. What the hell, you know? Stop that shit. We can't prove stuff that don't exist. So it is not to us to prove that it doesn't exist. It is to the one who claim that the stuff exists to prove that it exists. You have your mic. You have your mic hot. You have your mic down, bro.
Hold on, sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was reading the chat and someone says the soccer has been created by Freemason, of course. All the major sports, major it's been created. They're all in cahoot together for sure. You can Knight of Malta. I think there are a lot of owners are in the Knight of Malta or stuff like that. Secret societies.
Yeah, I think Jesuit the Knight of Malta is a little bit the top order of this whole bullshit. And that is funny. My uncle was Italian ambassador, and he is working now for the Knight of Malta. He is working as, you know, listen, he is a very good guy. I know him, but he has no clue what he is doing. He worked for the humanitarian part of Knight of Malta, and he is not aware that he organized the child trafficking.
Yeah.
Right? He think that he is making humanitarian stuff for the Knight of Malta. He's the ambassador of Knight of Malta, and he have no clue what he is really doing.
No,
You know,
people.
this is so sad. You know, this is so sad that the people are really, they even think that they are doing something good for man, and what they are doing, they are just giving children to pedophiles.
Yeah.
But he is not aware of it because he just organized everything. But once the child are delivered, how he will get some next ones. So he don't follow what happened really to this child, you know. So this is how the people are fucked up if they are listening to the system. This is very sad.
Especially child porn, child abuse, and child. What they do in the Vatican? What did you say? The word I forgot. They're raping children and that. How do you say that?
The pedophiles?
Yeah, pedophiles. That's it. all the pedophile ring. That's it, the pedophile ring in the Vatican and all those places. It's very real. People think
It
it's
is very real. People are not aware of all the child abduction and the rituals that are done by the satanic black magic order. But this is what I was talking about, energy harvesting. This is exactly the same. They want pure children to suck their pure life energy, rape them so they can get their life energy, and so they will get psychopaths and pedophiles themselves. This is how the things are working. I would like to stick on the subject, but someone was talking about the moon.
yeah, and
The question.
someone was talking also about the internet, saying if we find back our psychic power, we don't need the internet anymore. We can use our mind to send picture, video, and stuff like that.
Well, the thing is the people with or how they call it. That is how they call it when you transmit thoughts to someone else.
Hold on.
I forget the term.
Telepathy.
Telepathic. Yeah, this is a complete wrong projected idea, right? Because it works for everyone, and it always worked. We all have that kind of, yeah, I knew that it will arrive. Right?
I believe that. I know that. I know that because the other day I was showing a video of you with the Moonrazers to my wife, and all of a sudden you happen to call at the same time. You text me or something. So I'm like, hey, that what is that? Telepathy or something? So it works. If you put your mind to, it's same as if you put your mind to something, it's gonna work at one point.
Well, that is the issue what we don't comprehend. We think it is mind to mind, but it is heart to heart, and there is where we get caught up.
Yeah, it's heart to heart.
It all. So we want to transmit thoughts, but you can't transmit thoughts and pictures like we are doing on internet. This is the Masonic illusion, Babylonian illusion to make the transmission by intellect. The intellect you will not be able to transmit. The feelings you can.
Okay, so how do we relate? Because I think we can all relate to a universal mind or something much greater than ourselves at one point to organize everything in life. So how do you connect to that source?
Well,
you have to go back to the source.
It is all the same. It is because our senses are so polluted, our mind is so full of bullshit that we don't remember who we are. And this is the same physically than mentally. So as soon as we remember, that's why some people have some senses slip, right? Where they suddenly like, holy shit, what is going on? You know, many times because they take a drug or they take LSD and they think they saw something that is really there. I tell you, it's really there. Yeah, but it was a fantasy, you know. You took something so that you have additional fantasy in your mind, but this is not reality. So what we are transmitting, and this is maybe if you are like in a relationship or with the children and so on, if you are really connected to them, you know what is going on, everything. You can feel it straight up. And that is the same about the curse. People are creating harm and they're sharing the curse because they trust each other. So this is how life functions, though.
That's called synchronicity. Someone just wrote that, synchronicity, and I was talking to you about synchronicity a day or two ago in that same chat we had.
This is not synchronicity. What I told you yesterday also, if things are sync with each other, doesn't mean it is synchronicity. If we put a word on something that happened, like stuff who are sync, then we're giving a term about something that is happening and it is already not happening anymore. This is what the problem with all terms, names, is that we give a false idea of what is going on. Because we cannot taste, feel, touch it, so on. we give like an imagination over a word, and it is not the stuff that works sync with life, because I will tell you what synchronicity is really about. But if we put a term on it, then it is not synchronicity anymore. What we think about what is synchronicity. So we are always playing the imposter of something if we put a term on it, a name. And this is the whole thing. What is really sync is life, because life always calls for more life, as dead does it do for dead. Once you make your choice, then everything that destroys things is good for you, right?
So
That's
the
why good and
idea,
bad.
so the whole idea of a lot of people are saying that once you start taking action, like God will not give you more than you can handle, or like if we forget the idea about God and we concentrate on what we personally can achieve, I think if we put our all mind into it, it has no choice but to happen. It's not. It has to do nothing to do with an external source bringing it to us on a silver platter. If you start embracing life, you're gonna attract more life. So to say that like I told you, I see reoccurring numbers all the time in my life, and I see events synchronizing, but it's because I attracted those events. I attracted those people like you, like other people. Like we come together because our vibe attract each other. But I don't think it's because there's a grand organizer up there pointing Jabba to Janik and blah blah blah. And no, it's because we took action. But I mean, if you never take action in your life, nothing is ever gonna happen. But it's not the idea of God giving it to you on a silver platter because you. No, no, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
or even life is just fixing stuff for us, like without purpose, right? That is what synchronicity also could be. It is like oh, it is just like sync, that because I need it, and so on. We also can talk about the law of attraction, because that is also goes a little bit into the same. The law of attraction work. You can have anything you want. You want to have a Ferrari, you will get your Ferrari, but you will process all the curse, harm that was done to create the Ferrari, right? All the people, all the material that is extorted from the earth, all the people who have to work on it, all the money that you had to spend, to make, and so on, and you will just get more struggle with it. But you will get all what you want. Now, we are fully responsible what we want, and what this we want created that we can get it. Everything from the beginning until the end. If you want something, you can have it. Life will give it to you, and it will give you all the burden with it, right? That's why our projection and the expectation, or the demand we have for life, have to be really precise and out of ego, right? And you can get what you want, but you will have all the consequences with it. So better think about what you're really projecting, because you will get it, and all the burden of it with. If the idea was, if my wish is something ego based, then you will get all the fucking shit with. If we think about that, we need something for all of us, right? For all of us, something that is good for me is good for you, is good for anyone. This is what life is really about. This is not because it is good for me, you don't need it. You know, this is ego. So if something is good for me, then it's good for everyone. So if I need it for me, then I know it will not destroy life around, and put me and everyone else, put life within too. Because if we start to want to have things, and we're going to destroy life, we are responsible for destroying life. And we will process the curse of the harm that is done. You know, this is how the things are going. And so if we just expect all the time that stuff just come to us, it will come, no problem. It will come, you know. But take care what you really expect, because you will get it all, and the whole consequences with it. This is what the law of attraction really does, and it
Yeah,
works.
yeah, but often the law of attraction is used in a material sense of the world. Like you see that movie, The Secret, where the guy has a vision board and he says, "Oh, envision
Yeah,
everything you want," and you.
but just to, but I mean the secret. The ones who saw the secret and believe in that bullshit, they should just watch the guys who write the book. They are all in process against each other. Everyone, over millions, right? So the ones who created that secret law of tragic magic, yeah, they get all the bullshit back now, right?
Yeah.
So take care of what you believe in. It's just some bullshit, because I wrote it too. I used it, and I just faced the whole consequences of my of the stuff I wish to have. And you say it right. The most things people want is material dead stuff. So you will get dead. You know, this is
But
we get.
often you look at society. Why are we so depressed? Like it's depressing to just go out and eat, find something to eat. It's because we can't get enough of what we don't want. That's why we're all depressed. We're all fucking fed up and speaking our mind and coming out. And because we can't get enough of what we don't want, it's pumping in our face publicity and nonsense all the time. So, hey, what are we? Nonsense? No, no, no.
Yeah, I
We're
just
man,
see in the
we're
chat.
living man and living woman.
Yeah. Anything else is difficult to prove them.
Yeah.
I just saw in the chat is about the archons. Someone say the archons destroy. What was it?
Yeah, I saw that before.
The archons. The first one. Where is it?
Our fantasy created by man. Archons are fantasy created by man.
Yeah, this is true. But someone said archons are hijacked our minds or something like that. The archons hijacked our memories, right?
Yeah.
This is not true. This is not true. The archons don't exist. It's like the devil. The devil don't exist as God. He don't exist. But we create opponent to man, and this is man-made. You know. So the archons at itself, and this is like it's the same. Like, oh, I'm ill. You know. Oh, something fall on me and I'm ill. You know. No, this is not how the things are going. We took it. We took it. We get sick because we didn't take care of our body. We get fucked up in the mind because we take all the garbage. So it is not something outside hijacking ourselves. This is not true. It is always ourselves that hijack ourselves. This is what is
you are
going
your
on.
own worst enemy.
Yeah, that is what is going on. But there is now nothing outside, you know, outside then manipulated and manipulators who are there to propose to anyone to fall into the lie. But it's only a proposition. So if we trust and believe, then we already agree on the contract to get this lie. And we will process the curse ourselves if we don't get awake of questioning. Let's question everything and everyone. It is not, and I ask people, question everything what I'm saying. Try to debunk it, because I was working for 30 years to get where I am. I'm not saying I'm there. As I say, even to go out of Babylon, I'm not the halfway there. But I know where I'm going, and you can debunk it. You can try to say how will lose my name, for example. That is legality is not reality. Your name is not yours. But how we gonna stop the wars with that? You know, people say, yeah, we have to support Greenpeace, but how they will stop slavery? Can anyone bring me any organization, movement, a group, or anything else that stops the war, slavery, harm, destruction, and pollution? Where is this organization, this green organization, or this out of Babylon communication community? It doesn't exist.
Non-existent.
Right? It doesn't exist. And anyone who claim they are out of the system, question them, scrutinize, and ask them if they use car, if they use gas, if they use electricity, if they use anything of that. And I know we are conditioned to believe that we need all that. But this is not true. The fact of matter is that we need air, water, roof, to eat, and no harm.
Okay, this is the base. This is the base to live. But I mean, if you need energy, what would you do? Like for energy, electricity, you would construct your own turbine. You construct your own system.
Manpower.
Okay.
Right? Because as soon as we need...
Okay, but if you're like me and you have a fucked up knee and you have no more power, what do? Then you ask other people.
Community immunity.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You ask other people.
Like I was telling... Yeah, like I told you yesterday, anyone, if he is doing the maximum out of his capacity, this is community immunity. So if someone have a fucked up leg, it don't matter, because the community immunity is here to help, right? Okay. But we don't have this anymore. That's why we need doctors.
We have to support each other. It's primordial. It's number one on the list. We have to support each other and community immunity. But everybody has to be on the same mental level for that.
Okay, someone is asking if you are aware, or if we are aware of Zen Garcia's and Gary Wine and Rob Skiba's works.
Yeah, Rob Skiba, I watched him a lot. For sure, Rob Skiba. I know Rob Skiba. I pretty much went through all everyone on YouTube. Great man, Rob Skiba. Yeah, we're all great. You know what? We're all great. We all have something to offer. Me, I love all my brothers and sisters, just like you. We're just at different stages, different. But there's nobody that I can say, come on, if you have life, everything that has life, I love. So even if you're awake, you're not, you eat a dog and hamburger all day long, I can still love you. I can still love you.
Well,
I love everybody. It's not because you're impregnated into the Babylon system that I don't love my brothers and sisters. And
but Yannick, the question is more serious than that, and we have to answer it. I think I just make a quick look on Rob Skiba on his Facebook, and just scrolling a little bit. Yeah, I know who he is. He don't know
about the Bible and that, but me,
but Yannick, let me put this thing straight. It is not because, like you said before, they are our brothers and sisters, but the biggest liar are the ones closest to the truth, the ones who make the biggest harm to all. So now we have to really take care to who we are listening. It's not, I'm not saying the people should just listen to what we are saying, but they should question every one of it. Because these are the ones, if we start to trust someone, right? And I tell you, don't trust one word I'm telling you. Question everything. Just let me finish the thing. It is, now I'm like on the Rob Skipper thing. He is fully fucked up by the Bible, right?
Yeah.
I see it on this wall. I don't even need to go. We're going to make the second one. We're going to make the George Zen Garcia. We're going to make the same. So Skiba, he don't have the truth. I'm sorry to say that. You have, maybe if you like him.
No, I don't say I like him. I just say I watch his stuff. But when it starts about the Bible, I am off. But I'm just giving.
But in a way, is he ready to question the Bible? What kind of remedy does he propose? That is what we have to question to each of them. What is the remedy of the system? If they continue to propose the system, and we made a show about what the system really is. So if there is no solution within the system, right?
That I totally agree with you. That's what they promote, the system. By promoting the Bible, they promote the system.
Exactly. So as soon as they promote anything else, it is also like to go on flat earth. He is like the flat earth guy, right?
Yeah, he's on flat earth, yeah.
Yeah, it's Zen Garcia's. So I just scroll down the thing. Again, the second post, that was not him. I just scroll down the thing and I don't see any truth. Not any truth of his wall, you know. So people take care of who you're listening. And I'm gonna check the third one. And people maybe can think that I'm a little bit how can I say to that I just want to put this guy on a blacklist or something like that. I have no intention to do that. But what I can see from Gary Wine, he is also not real. I'm sorry, guys. If you ask me the question, I make a quick research. If anyone have something really important what the guys was saying, they can send it to me. I will check it out. No problem. But just to tell you, take care with tourist storytellers and gatekeepers, right? Because we want to get out of Babylon. And if we want to get out of Babylon, we have to start to question everyone and everything and stop to believe on people who talk about the stuff. And first check it is, did they recognize the system? Is there remedy out of the system? And do they propose remedy, or are they faked up in solutions? I'm sorry, guys, if anyone is locked up in to listen to these guys. I will challenge them, no problem. Anyone can bring me them on, and I will challenge them to scrutinize them if they really know what is going on, right? That is what we all have to do. And I do that now for 3 years, non-stop, 24 hours, if I can, to really see who is going to tell the truth and who is not telling the truth. Because the biggest liars are the ones closest to the fucking truth. And that's why people say, yeah, but there's a lot of truth in the Bible. Yeah, because they need to get followers and they need to gain credit to bring their bullshit on. This is how the biggest liars are working. They always work with truth because the people need to start to trust them. And as soon as they start to trust them,
And
they get caught up.
the Bible is going to touch a lot of people for sure. That we talk about that, a lot of people will be, hey, my Bible, my church. But the Bible come from the church people, come from the Babylonian people, and like we said before 1650, I think 99.9% of the people didn't know how to write or read. So who the heck wrote that freaking book 2,000 years ago, or some ancient testament and the New Testament and this and that? Okay, where does this all come from if they didn't know how to write or read? Hello. And the French language and the English, there was no language like there was today in the 2,000 years ago. I don't think so.
Well, it can be. It can. And also what I was looking at, it is I don't remember the language of Africa, but the Latin could come from an African language. So it can be that in Africa before they had already maybe an empire. So I don't know. You know, that is all what comes out of time. And I think there was already many empires. And just something that I remember, it's someone who's saying that he debunked the Sumerian scripts, right? They decode the Sumerian scripts.
The tablets, huh?
Yeah. How
tablets
is that
they
possible?
found, the tablets that they found, the last writing.
How it is possible to decode a language that you never learned?
It's
what
just
the
like
heck?
Chris.
You know, you just can look at the symbols and can think, yeah, this could mean that, and this could mean that, and then they come up with some bullshit and say, yeah, we decoded the Sumerian tablets. You know, this is impossible. You have to learn a language and you have to transmit the language that you can read the language. You just cannot find something that is completely forgotten and then start to decode, you know,
Yeah,
and
but
say like, this is this and this.
The masses will accept that because they accept Neil deGrasse Tyson going in the front of the people and dropping a mic on the floor and telling the masses it's gravity. and they don't ask questions. They don't question it. They just sit and accept it and go with the programming. So he drops a mic on the floor. That's gravity. Hello. So you're gonna tell anybody to them, and the gullible masses will accept everything because they're so programmed, and so we have a lot of work to do to wake them up. But it has to go outside of YouTube also. You know, there's a lot of things. A lot of people like they have advantages to keep things on YouTube because it's not gonna go out
Okay.
in the general
That is
population. But I think we should take it to another level and bring stuff outside of YouTube also. Try to wake up the most people possible to what's going on. I don't know. There's a big lie going on in the world, and people seem to want to keep it on YouTube for not losing their subscriber or something. Me, I want to lose subscriber and I'm gaining subscriber. I don't know what's happening.
well, but no matter how much the people are really there. Yeah, I have like 600 subscribers, but only like 100 views on my video. So
Yeah,
don't
it
matter.
doesn't really
Even if you
mean
subscribe.
nothing. That's it.
No. In the chat, Malav Cocktail.
Yeah,
Was,
Malav, I gotta say big up to Malav.
yeah, Malav,
Great
thank
man.
you.
He's
Yeah,
reposting our video all the time. He's tagging us all the time. Big up, Malav. Big time. I gotta take time to thank you to show my appreciation, my gratitude towards everything you do for the truth. And he's very there. He's there every show. He's in the chat. Great vibe, the
yeah.
guy, and he goes with
But
his
just
dog outside. He takes his dog outside and he puts us live on the
yeah,
grass, and he just play with his dog and he throws the ball,
yeah,
and I hear right. I'm like,
beautiful
oh, that's
dog,
great. So big up,
beautiful dog.
Malav. Yeah.
Yes, and he was just talking about the I cannot even mention Triancian script. Triancian script. That is the oldest writing in the world has been decoded. It is impossible. it is just impossible to decode something that we can't read. So you can't decode in a way stuff that happen in the time, and the people forget the language. So that is. I'm just checking more.
Oh, man,
Okay, then again we forget our memories when we enter as a soul into a body. Okay, that is the soul, right? The soul is a huge interpretation of life. And as we talked before, if this body die, the man is alive, he will return to life. Right, and we imagine that as you come back as a man or as a dog or as a tree or something like that. This is again fully imagination. It doesn't matter. Life stay alive, and whatever is done out of this life after this body die, I don't care. I don't care whatsoever. So now if we go in an idea of a soul, then we put ourselves in an ego part that is us, and that when this body die, we have to come back. And this is wrong. This is the ego already. The soul is created by the church. So we are not a soul in the body. It is the life that makes the body alive. Simple as that. It don't need any external or any more description than that. It is life that makes the man run, right? So there is nothing else that you can add, or that it is something special. And this is once you wake up and you really see what is going on, you can use the term soul again, because it is the life within man that can have different levels of knowledge, experience, and so on. The life within man get infected by what the man is living throughout life. So therefore, yes, we have a soul, but the interpretation of a soul is completely wrong. And that is the sad part of the soul, because I think the essence of the real soul is the real man in the real life, in the real body. And we are not there anymore. It is simple as that. That's why to talk about soul is very difficult, because you cannot grab it, right? You cannot handshake with the soul. But we know that we have something, life within us. We call it soul. I call it life. It is way more simple, and it is way more realistic than talk about soul, because soul can straight up go into huge fantasy. It can include karma, it can include thing, it can, like all the different, and these are all made up by the Vatican. People forget that karma and the yin yang is an ancient Roman played for the militaries when they went to war. So the yin yang came into Asia because the troop of the Templars who visit Asia had the symbol of the yin yang, and they left it there. It is the same about the le bol tibétain, the copper bowls for Tibet. How do you know if they really come from Tibet or if they are brought by the Templars from the Vatican? Yeah, right. So all this is culture. In culture there is cult. That is not the same than tradition. Tradition is what people are doing, and culture is what religions bring.
Yeah, wow, I never seen that one. Another one. Hey, Jordan here says that very, very good point he's making, and vocabulary is very involved into our programming of the mind. So we are marinating in amniotic fluid for 9 months. Amniotic equals amnesia.
Say it again, sorry.
He says that amniotic fluid equals amnesia, because we are marinating in amniotic fluid for 9 months. When we get out, we forgot everything.
Amnesia. Who is saying that?
Jordan says that in the chat. Eternal, because we have been marinating in amniotic fluid for 9 months. Amniotic equals amnesia. And I like it.
What should say that? I don't really comprehend what he means.
But again. I don't get his point that I think when we are born, we are for sure we have to remember what we are and where we are. But
no, this is wrong.
Or we know already when we're born. We know all the answers.
When we are born, we are entire in the mind and in the body. And from then on, we become, right? Then we get away from what we really are. As soon as we become something, because you have to replace the man by something. You have to become what you want to become when you're big. This is all that different stuff. What do you become? Don't matter, because you are already. And you have all the full capacity as a child to comprehend life in its entire form. And what we like to get, that the people get uniform, they get hijacked with all the intellect. And this is where we get amnesia. But when we are born, we are fully aware of everything that is going on. Not consciously.
We get corrupt as we go along. They corrupt our mind.
Yeah, so it is not amnesia in general. I think that people that is kind of.
No, we're under hypnotic state. We're hypnotized. We're not under amnesia. We're hypnotic.
Yeah, but this don't happen before birth. This didn't happen before birth. That this happened after birth. So who we are when we are born is definitely, and that is also like. We forget that part a lot, because when we create a child, why, of what purpose do we create a child? Is it really because we want that life is gonna go ahead in the moment that we are putting the seed into the womb of the woman? What kind of intention did we had at that moment there? Was it just sexual? Or was it really love? Was it really in the intention to create life? You know, and that is also like the whole sexual fucked up part that we have in our mind, that we don't even know anymore what we are doing, and suddenly, oh shit, it happened, you know. So I think this is the main part of all parents who want to create a child, that they do it in absence of ego, total ego. If not, we will create all the intentions that we had on the moment when we create a child will be implanted in the child. And yes, he will born with this intention. And also during the whole time of pregnancy, all what the child is hearing around, the yelling or the music, or he will get infected already before that. So before birth, we are not really free of all that bullshit, you know. So because our parents was already yeah, do you have to make a child because you have to make a child? Or yeah, your grandparents ask you, yeah, do you have to make a child when the baby's coming? And you're like, oh, fucking hell, I have, you know? Or that you are, oh yeah, I want to have my blood in another body, you know? Like these are very dangerous and very unpure thoughts that we put into the child, you know?
Yeah.
If we realize this, realize this at the moment when we have child, we have to explain to the child what kind of mental state we was in when we created them, because they will never comprehend what they really have inside of them, that they are not responsible for it, right? They cannot be responsible for something that when they was not there. So we was responsible when we created the child, and all the different fucked up ideas we had when we created the child. And this stuff is really programmed already in the child before birth. And that is how psychopaths are created. They are created by rape. So they will just go ahead and rape again. So the psychopaths will just keep in place all the time. And that is how they do it over generations. They have the kings. The king is always the one who fuck the woman of his biggest son. But his biggest son was already created as a psychopath, so he have no problem that his father will rape his wife in the night of marriage, you know. So this is how the psychopaths are going on. There is no reptilian, alien, or that fucking bullshit. That is man-made stuff, and they know how to play with that black magic stuff, you know.
Yeah,
This is
it's an interesting subject to bring about, that black magic and all those royal families ritual that they have together, and that like they all inbreed between each other, and it's made for a reason. It's there for on purpose, to generate
it's interesting what
vibration in that sense and in the field, for sure.
yeah. No, of course, there's really, to go out of the system, there's a lot of homework to do for each of us, you know, and to also to recognize on like also to just recognize on what kind of step we are to really go out of the system, and really even to see that, yeah, maybe we are very far, but the important thing is what the choice we are doing. Are we just, will we just give up because we are so fucked up in the head? Will we give up? Because if we give up life in his entire, you know. So if we give up to the system, to a religion, or to any belief, we are fucked up, and we will stay fucked up until our end of time, you know. So it is to us to take the full responsibility to see on what level I'm where I am now, and where we have to go, that we really can stop all the harm. So it is not just like, I like to do this, or I like to do that, but not this and this. It's not pick and choose. This is what the people don't get. To get out of Babylon is to leave Babylon in its entire, everything. This is what means to leave Babylon. It is not just, oh yeah, I don't want to use the corrupt system anymore. I will not vote anymore, and I'm out of the system. No, as long as, and myself too, as long as we use the little privilege from the system, we are as much responsible for all the harm the system is doing than the one who is completely unconscious in the system and just continue his thing. We are the same part of responsibility in all the harm that is done. So it is not to accuse ourselves to say, "Yeah, we are just fucked up. Let's leave it like that." You know,
And
that is what we was talking last time. That if man is not here to experience life, their life is over for everyone and for everything.
And you said before that your research were based on Arthur and Fiona's work. I gotta give them a big time because they're doing tremendous work. And I would like to have Arthur on the Tru Mon Show one day. He's gonna come on. I'm gonna start getting in touch with him, and I'm sure he will come on. But
The ebook will come out soon.
yeah,
And I really suggest to everyone to take a read in it. There is also Arthur Christian on Facebook. There is Love for Life. This is Australian. Where
I wasn't
love.
finish what I wanted to say, but yeah,
It's, sorry,
Arthur,
it's loveforlife.com.au. So Love for Life on internet, also on YouTube, many different stuff. Definitely to check out and to get the big smash in the face to see what we really have to do to get out, you know, without to put ourselves like in, oh shit, I will never do it, you know.
Okay, we're saying we have to get out Babylon, we have to move out, we have to leave Babylon. But do we have an example? And that's what I was gonna say. Is Arthur and Fiona really out of Babylon? Do they say in details how they've done it and everything?
Everything. They have nothing to hide, right? No, like we. I mean, Arthur is out of the system completely, but he still relies on Fiona, because before we don't have community immunity. Something like Arthur, without the support of his wife and family and friends, he will get caught up straight up within the system. Right?
Okay. So there is people still around him in the system.
Yeah. And we need to have people within the system to get out the system. We need to use the system to get out, but not to stay in the system. We have to create mud rooms, right? The passage. We have to create something that we know where we are going, but that we also know that we are still not there. So we have to create garden.
So using the system would mean to use other people that have land, and we can start stuff on their community, in between community. Like I'm trying to see it, the whole thing. Like, how do we get there in community?
Yeah, we have to create community immunity, and we need support from people who are within the system that we can get out of the system. Definitely. That is no other way to go in this direction. But to create immunity community, and they are trying, they invite people to come and take the shovel into the hand. And quickly the people are get very fucked up because they didn't saw the amount of brainwash they was into. Even they recognized a lot of bullshit. And I just tell you, just never stop. I know myself that I'm not the halfway there, but I recognized where I have to go, you know? So it is not just because we are wake up, now we just can be cool and yeah, everything is cool. So we just can't stay. No, it is really hard work. Even for me, who I comprehend a lot of the stuff, I struggle big time with everything what I have to go through in this lifetime, but only because I was fucked up. It was not because life is like how it is, right? We are not alive anymore. So we have to get and work out really the whole bullshit in the mind, in the body, all addictions, all intoxications, all that different stuff have to get clean out step by step. It have to be done, and it don't have to go through harm. Because if we just run out in the wood right now, we would come back because we are so lost. And this is what we have to comprehend. First of all, we have to clean out the mind, that we already comprehend how much that we are fucked up. And then we can start to really organize ourselves and to create community immunity to really get out. But I urge people to do it.
But yeah,
because once you realize the amount we are fucked up all, and then the amount of effort you need to get away from it, this takes the fucking time, and I'm not really sure that we have time. That's why I urge people really to stop bullshitting around about fairy tales, groups, organizations, and all this kind of bullshit, because it just distracts you. It will just distract the people who are potential people who could go really out of the system. And I think this is very important to make a call to everyone who is aware that this system is fucked up, to really get aware what is really going on, to see the full picture of everything, and then make a choice. But don't be just between. And yeah, I like to spite on the people who are lying, but I will do nothing myself. That can't work, right? We really have to give a huge effort, everyone, to get out of this mess. And myself, I just wish that life is continued, that my children and children, they would have a possibility to live, you know. This is all what I want. And I don't care for this man. This man can die tomorrow, no problem. If someone decide to kill this man because of what I'm saying, he will face the burden of the harm, right? Not me, I'm dead, right? So my children too is the same. They know what I'm exposing to, but they're trusting me because they know that this is the only way how we have to go. We have to follow the truth and stop following the lies and liars, and stop following people because they are saying something that you think it is nice. You know, this is the trick. Don't get tricked by many people who just say anything. Please just question and scrutinize and test everything just have been said in this show, word by word.
Yeah, the only way we're gonna take back our power is by speaking truth. So we gave away our power, and now we're taking it back. It's very nice to see more and more people awakening every day to their power, to the realization that they are more than workers 9 to 5, and there's more to life than working 9 to 5. There's much greater things, but I understand we have to work also to survive. It's part of the system also. Like if you don't do your life work, you still have to get money somewhere. So but that's another thing we have to get out also. It's very important to live your dreams if you want to get out that system, to start living. And I don't know, realizing what you want to do in life. Life is not about staying on the sideline and looking at life passing by in front of you. I told you, if you hang out with flakes, you're going to become a flake. So rise and shine, speak truth, and just come out and speak out, because the world is in madly need for inspiration. That's what's happening. And me, I see an uprising going on, and it's very encouraging. It's giving me, it's like eating better food. It's seeing more people come out. It's giving me a better hope for tomorrow. So I have better hope day after day that we're going to achieve something and get somewhere. But it's by keeping positive mind, positive vibration, stay positive and think positive, and positive thing will happen to you.
It is absence of harm, because positive also requires the negative. So in a way, we don't have to fall into stress, fear, and all these kind of things, because it will just block ourselves to get further on. So all the fears are illusions, right? That is also a very important subject.
It's a world constructed on fear and doubt. So for sure, there's a lot of fear and doubt, and everybody's caught up in it. And that's why it's very important, once you know the truth, speak it. Speak it. So it was a pleasure, Jabba, again. Give thanks for life. Thanks a lot for coming on the Tru Mon Show. And I'll see you again very, very soon. And thanks, everyone, for being here again. We're getting better and better. Now we're interacting with the chat. Took me 55 episodes to start interacting with the chat. I'm learning. I've never done that in my lifetime. So I'm learning every day. It's great, but I speak my mind, and I'm just being myself. Sometimes you don't know the people you're gonna inspire just by being you. Just be yourself. Don't pretend to be someone else. Don't put a mask on your face. Just come out, speak your mind. Who cares what you say? Maybe you one day you're gonna say something you regret. Who cares? You're human still. You're not. You're awakening, going to the man state. but we're still human awakening.
Hmm.
Very important to rise and shine. So we're out.
Yes,
Bless up.